What's up, guys? Just a quick heads up that the music was blocked in this video due to copyright, so I have muted the audio. However, I have provided a link to the song in the description, so you can open a new tab and listen to the song alongside with my reaction. Or you can just join me on Patreon for unedited footage. But for now, enjoy the video, guys.
Come together right now over me. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin, and today we're listening to the Beatles with their song Something. This is off of their album Abbey Road, which was released in 1969. So the Beatles, a band that I know really nothing about. I know that they were hugely influential. The album cover is, of course, familiar to me, and that's kind of half the reason I also picked the song on here. But I don't know anything about the Beatles. I really don't. I've heard a few of their songs, and by a few, I mean probably like this many or less. I'm also pretty sure that they copyright block their videos, so you guys can just click on the link in the description and go watch the full one. Like, I got it there for you. Just go click it. Anyways, yeah, so I've kind of had the Beatles on my mind for a while, and I've wanted to listen to them. I just didn't really know where to start, so honestly, I'm picking the second track off this album because I am familiar with the first song, Come Together, more so the cover. I don't know by which band, but it's a popular cover because I've heard it on the radio before, and that was actually how I first was introduced to that song. Who did the cover for that song? Maybe it's Aerosmith? Maybe it's Aerosmith. I'm not sure. But regardless, I just wanted to listen to some Beatles and, you know, see what the hype is about. I'm not going to pretend to know anything about them besides what I'm presented. So with that in mind, you can join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments down below. Let's jump into it. This is the Beatles with Something. Okay. Let me be completely honest and tell you that I'm extremely impressed. Not that I didn't expect anything good from the Beatles. I'm just really impressed with this song. I wasn't expecting something so good. You know? Not that I haven't heard good from the songs I've heard before, but I don't know. This one felt really special. This one felt extremely intimate and very poetic in just the way that the singing was done. I don't even really know the members that much. Let me pull up the vocals and everything. George Harrison. Very sweet, sweet vocals. In a way, kind of reminded me a little bit of Greg Lake in the intimacy of his voice. And especially impressed by Paul McCartney on the bass. I really found the bass very, very moving throughout. The guitar very touching. At first, I thought it was Mellotron that was playing on the song, but it looks like that's a string arrangement by George Martin. And then the Hammond organ, you get a little bit of that kind of dancing throughout the song as well. It just has this very dreamy, romantic, idyllic kind of feel. And I guess there's one lyric in here that kind of pretty much told me exactly what I'm feeling when I listen to the song. Near the ending of the song, in verse 3, he says, "Something in the way she knows, and all I have to do is think of her. Something in the things she shows me. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe, and how." The line, "something in the way she knows, and all I have to do is think of her." You know, like, when you're dating someone, or when you have like those butterflies in your stomach feeling with someone, whether they reciprocated or not, you know, it might be a crush from afar. Someone you just admire from afar. But when you think of that person, like if you see them one day and you pass them by and you think of them, and something about them connects with you that you know that they're thinking of you at that exact same time. There's something so magical about that. Like, you guys know that feeling? I think you know what I'm talking about. But there is something indescribable about the purity of that feeling. And I think that that's what the Beatles had captured in this song. It feels pure, young, romantic. It's very good. I am really impressed by this song. And knowing the first song leading into this one, I'm kind of understanding at least the very tip of the iceberg on why the Beatles are so special and of why this album, Abbey Road, is so well recognized. Because I feel like this is the perfect love song to me, you know? And I got Wikipedia pulled up for this specific song, and there's a lot of information on this. Like, I told you, I don't know the Beatles. This is all very surface level. I don't know the deeper stuff about them. I don't know the deeper stuff about this song. I'm just reading a little bit off of Wikipedia to kind of give like a general overview of some information on it. It says that the track is generally considered a love song to Pattie Boyd, Harrison's first wife, although Harrison offered alternative sources of inspiration in later interviews. It looks like there's a lot of covers as well of the song from Shirley Bassey, Frank Sinatra, Lena Horne. So, I mean, there's a lot of people that have performed this song, and I see a lot of jazz kind of voices popping in here, and you could definitely get a feel for that and how you could build something off of the foundation that the Beatles led. Even though the foundation that they laid is really, really strong, you know? Like, yeah, you can cover it, but are you going to have that same emotion that they packed into it? That, to me, is the hardest part, because I think everything here captures that feeling so wonderfully. I love the way he says, "She moves me." Like, even when he says moves, his voice is warbling. His voice is doing a little bit of vibrato. So his voice is moving. Like, you know, it's those little things and the way the bass picks up afterwards. I really enjoy the bass playing, by the way. And the drumming is fantastic as well. But vocals and bass are the standouts to me. Like I said, that would be Paul McCartney and George Harrison. I don't know why I said "like I said," because you guys probably already know that. I'm the one that's ignorant over here. But speaking of ignorance, this song is bliss, and I ain't got nothing more to say on it. It's a really fantastic song. Thoroughly impressed me. I would like to listen to a little bit more. Of course, I would love to know what you guys thought of the song. You can join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments down below. Did I even talk about the rest of the lyrics? I focused on like one part and I didn't even talk about it. I'm sorry. Let's go back to it just a little bit. "Something in the way she moves attracts me like no lover." I like that. Not like no other. Oh, he does say no other lover. I'm not reading right. "Something in the way she woos me. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe, and how. Somewhere in her smile she knows that I don't need no other lover. Something in her style that shows me I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe, and how. As I mentioned, there's a purity in the lyrics that I feel, and even if this song is about, who did it say, his then wife, I believe it said, or then girlfriend, let me just make sure so I'm speaking correctly. It says that it's generally considered about his first wife, right? So I think that's really lovely that he feels that way about her. You know, there's a stereotype that like, oh, once you get married, you don't feel the same way, or you just kind of get complacent with each other. While that can happen, there is a spark there at the beginning, and you can hold that spark continuously. So I don't know how long they were married, or once again, if this song is really even about that specifically, despite what Wikipedia says. But Wikipedia art isn't always the best place to get that from, to get information from. I'm really taking this as like that first initial point of contact between two people who will inevitably fall in love and be together perhaps for the rest of their lives. Now, I would love to know what you guys thought of the song. You can join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments down below. You can support the channel on Patreon. You don't have to, but it definitely helps me with the channel. But besides that, I hope you have a fantastic day, guys. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.